Let's talk about the 26-year-old money expert who expects to retire with over $6 million and saved her first $100,000 within just 3 years. Today we are talking about Tori Dunlap with her first 100K. And if you haven't heard of her, I would definitely check her out. She is on Instagram and TikTok. She is all about empowering women to be better with their money and learn to invest their money, which I fully support. Let's talk about the tips that she gives so that you can build your net worth to $1 million or more, or just become financially independent. I am Tiffany Thomas with WealthyTiffany.com, and I achieved financial freedom and became a millionaire. If you're looking to do one or both of those things, make sure and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we're going to dive right in. While some people might dismiss a 26-year-old's financial advice, she has the cash to back it up. She has saved $100,000 after she turned 25 without a trust fund or post-college help from her parents. And I would say that is pretty impressive. One thing that helped her build that 100K amount was to graduate from college debt-free because she worked 3 jobs on campus, got tens of thousands of dollars in merit scholarships, but also because her parents were able to financially contribute a little bit. And she is fully aware she would not have hit that $100,000 so fast if she had not graduated debt-free. So that is definitely part of it. And she makes a really good point. People can get into a lot of debt going to school. So if we can avoid that any way possible, including getting all of those scholarships, then we are going to be able to build our net worth a lot quicker. And I understand that's not always possible. So the sooner we can pay off those student loans, then the better off we are going to be. And Tori says that she was raised to be serious about saving money. When you have control of your money, you have the freedom to leave a relationship you don't want to be in, or quit a job you hate, or donate to causes you believe in. But she also knew it would be tough. She's never made a 6-figure salary and she lives in an expensive city. So she is living proof that it is still possible to save money even if you don't have a 6-figure salary and you live in an expensive place. And I, like Tori, also graduated from college debt-free. I was able to work while I attended college and I lived at home, which really helped lower my expenses. So it is possible. Another thing that Tori did that I also do is she used her credit cards, but she would make sure and pay them off in full before she paid any interest. So she got the cashback rewards or the travel points. And that is exactly what I do. I put everything possible on my credit cards so that I can get the cash back, but I just make sure and pay them off before I pay any interest. Tori was also really frugal. Immediately after graduating from college, she'd only go out to eat once a month and wouldn't spend too much on things like coffee or clothes. And she is a little better in that area than I am because I know that I spent way too much money on clothes, but never on coffee. And I like that she says this: if somebody asks me to go do something and it costs more than I'm willing to pay, I just say, hey, that's not in my budget right now, or instead, can you come over and I'll make you dinner? She would do that all the time. And I really love that because she's not just turning her friends down, but she's giving them another option. They can come over and have dinner at her place, and that way they're not going out to eat and spending more money than she wants to be spending. She also knew what she wanted to be spending her money on. She says that she has 3 value categories, which include travel, eating out, and nesting. So figure out what your priorities are, what you really like spending your money on, and then spend your money on those things and then cut back on the rest. Another thing that she did was automate her savings. She started out very small and then increased that savings amount over time. And I completely agree with this. If we are able to automate our savings, take ourselves out of the picture, then it is going to happen. We are going to save money. If we can take a certain percentage of the paycheck we are receiving and just have it automatically go into our savings account, then we will build up our savings account without having to think about it. And then another thing that she does is invests her money. Most of her money is in the market. She has a 6 to 8 month emergency fund that is liquid, so easily accessible, which is about $12,000. And then the rest of it is invested either in a retirement account or a non-retirement brokerage account. And Tori and I are very similar in that way. We do have an emergency fund that is liquid that we have access to immediately, but then the rest of our money is invested in the stock market. So it is working for us instead of us always working for the money. There are 2 main things that Tori hears all the time about investing. Number 1, investing is just for rich people. It's not. Number 2, you have to have a lot of money to get started investing. Also not true. And she's right, those two things are definitely not true. You can actually get started investing with just $5. I created a video recently about that. I'll leave a link above and below. Tori talks about how important time is. Time is actually more important than money when you're investing. So even if you have $50, $100 to get started, it's more important that you get started now and allow time to work harder for you because of this lovely thing called compound interest. She said that because she started early, her wealth will grow over time in the next 30 to 40 years, and she expects to have $6 million when she retires. And I actually saw a more recent video of hers, which she talked about having $30 million instead. So depending on how well your investments do, your money will definitely grow over time, and it can grow even faster than you would think. But like Tori says, we need time in the market. If we want to take advantage of compound interest, we need to be investing as soon as possible and as much as possible. And Tori Dunlap shares with us that while she did get a good job, she did have some setbacks. Her job was completely toxic, and she felt like she really needed to quit that job. So she ended up quitting without having another job lined up, so she had to live off of her savings for a while. And one of the reasons she was able to quit that toxic job was because she had her savings. So it is really important that we are taking care of our finances, that we have an emergency fund. That way we don't feel trapped. And here is something else that Tori Dunlap with her first 100K did to save her first 100K. She focused on financial self-care, and she had a commitment to a money date so that she would follow her progress. And she also kept track of all of her wins at work so that she could go in and ask for a raise and hopefully get it because she had that information to back it up. And then she says that it is important to be specific. You can't just say you want to save money. That's great, but it's not really a goal. It's not measurable or specific. The 100K goal for her was visual, as in she wants to see that number. But that number also meant, I think I get to quit my job. You have to think about how your life will change if you set that specific and measurable goal. And she did end up quitting her job, and now she runs her first 100K full time. And Tori mentions for women, we're dealing with not only the wage gap, but the investing gap. Compared to men, we're waiting longer to invest or not investing at all. And I have noticed that as well. I actually did a recent video comparing the net worth of married couples to males and to females. So if you want to see that data, check out that video. I'll leave a link above and below. But I love that Tori Dunlap focuses in on really helping women especially learn to invest their money. If you haven't checked her out yet, definitely do that. Like I said, she is on Instagram, her first 100K, and on TikTok. And I think we can learn a lot from her just by these simple little habits that she has created. She's been able to save not only her first 100K, but she expects to have that 6 million or even that 30 million before she retires. Comment below and tell me which of these tips you are going to implement to help you become financially free and or become a millionaire. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.